All right, welcome to a new video, the India Connection. So we're going to do Ask America Anything on Mondays, which will be mainly just responding to questions specifically about America. That kind of consolidates it. I think it'll help get those videos a little bit shorter, more focused on these questions and us having that kind of conversation. And then on Wednesday, we'll react to some videos that are India related, give our little response. React is probably too strong a word. It's more of us just commenting on it after we watch it. Opinionate upon it. And then we're going to submit some links to you and maybe some questions to you for your consideration. You can, you can answer them in Reddit, you can answer them in the YouTube comments, you can answer them in your own video. That would be cool too. So actually someone asked us a question about India the other day, one of our favorite guys, our favorite musician here locally. It was kind of cool. It was unexpected. We were out watching him play guitar and all of a sudden he just popped out with a question because
So, every religion has like a goal in mind or like a purpose, and like what's the point of you being here? What's like the like focal point of the religion? So I was just thinking, like, as like people in India and people who are Hindu, like what's their ideology? What's their philosophy on like life and like the pursuit of happiness or whatever?
Like the goal.
Like the goal.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like what's their American dream? Like what's the equivalent over there?
Oh, that's okay.
What's the equivalent of the American dream? Yeah.
Ooh, okay, no, that's good. So that's kind of two different questions.
Yeah.
One is kind of more
religious,
the salvation,
right. One's the religious question.
And then the other's the ideal life question.
Right.
No, those two very good ones.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Some random stuff today. We got one more video we want to react to, and then we'll jump back to a reaction we already did pertaining to Shashi Tharoor's speech. First thing we're going to react to, though, is Veer Das stand up. I think we might have already seen this one, but it'll be kind of fun to... so he's been on Conan quite a bit now in the last few months. So this was his from April 25th. This was from Subhrajit Bhattacharjee on the on YouTube, I believe. Yeah.
In India, has anybody ever been to India? Yeah. If you haven't been, you must go because
Not many people in the audience cheered.
Wait, what? You ruined his joke.
Haven't been, you must go because your jobs have.
Oh!
She applies to us too, I say. I apologize. I don't mean to insult Mexicans. I'm just a comedian. I'm not your president.
Oh snap! That was good.
For this guy, now we gotta live with him. To you Americans, that's a president. To most Indians, that's a marriage.
Oh, that's brutal.
Every religion and give it to the company Apple.
No. It's ridiculous.
It is 60 feet by 10 feet. That's 600 square feet. In Bombay, that's a school. Thank you so much.
Oh, dude, like he was.
Oh, very nice.
He was moving right through that. So what'd you think?
Hey, it was funny.
Like he danced around some pretty sensitive topics there.
Yeah.
And could have offended people, but he usually had a pretty good deflection.
Yeah,
like that one about Trump, that was pretty good. Yeah. And normally, like I just feel the Trump jokes are just so politicized. Like he managed to do it though in a way that was, I don't know, I thought it was funny. Flashback to our reactions to a couple of other videos that were suggested by all of you, and then we'll be back in just a minute. We're going to start off with that Shashi Tharoor video. People have been asking us about for a long time. Britain does owe reparations to India? So, ready to dive into this?
I'll try.
Melissa doesn't like talking politics and heady concerns. So that's why we're starting the front, though. There you go. So you won't have to worry about these. We just have a Melissa checkout moment for.
There's going to be about 18 of them.
So this was like a debate, I believe.
I'm not sure how to do it any differently.
That's interesting. Loot. I didn't think about that.
To call him Clive of India, the sun never set on the British Empire because even God couldn't trust the English in the dark.
Whoa. Well, he's extremely articulate and
so.
I mean, a good speaker, very quick-witted. I think what he said at the end kind of ties it in really well. Like, he makes all these, actually gives monetary value to some of the things. And I think that's the most powerful part of the argument would be the war debt from World War I and World War II. Anything you thought about it?
Nope.
Melissa has no opinion on politics,
no
foreign
opinion.
or domestic, apparently. Especially the way he puts it there about the war debt. I think that's the most compelling part. Eshard Hull said, please watch this video. Now the question is why you should, because I saw Melissa, man, breaking down. This is when Arjun was on the battlefield to fight for his right to live in his land and also to avenge the harassment of Draupadi, his wife. We have actually never sat down and seen the Mahabharata in the televised version, but we do understand that part of the story. And,
Yeah, right. I was like,
do
oh yeah,
appreciate
I recognize that story.
the
It's been told before.
right, the encouragement there. And yeah, and we're doing better.
We're doing better. Just had to get it out.
A school chale hum.
This is gonna be a song.
It's gonna be a song. So hey, we can understand this. We'll see if we can understand it. Oh, Jodhpur's the blue city? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Which one's Udaipur?
Ooh, that's the one with the beautiful palace and the water that you can go.
Well, they definitely covered all of India with that.
Yeah, so that was good. Yeah, it was good. It was cute.
Yeah, it's just a good job filming. Pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah, it was a
everywhere. It
good-
seems
yeah.
like it was all of India there. That was
Yeah,
pretty good.
so that was good. They did a good job.
Catchy
filming.
song. Mm-hmm. This is BuzzFeed India. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. They ripped our video. Our 5 fun facts about India. It's not really BuzzFeed India. They did. That's the
Straight
same.
up copy.
BuzzFeed.
Allie, they really liked your design.
Well, hey, look at their SEO. I mean, their SEO is in there. Look at the BuzzFeed India.
I mean, hey, right? At least they did. They did give us a shout out. Very.
Anyway,
very
so that was kind of fun. That was from
Wow.
Shraddha R. Pointed that out on the YouTube comments there.
Wow.
So thanks
Well,
for pointing that. She pointed that out
Kind of
a long
nice to
time
know
ago.
that like our stuff is out there in the world, and I don't have to read any of the mean comments because I didn't even know it was out there. But it got views, but we didn't get paid for those views.
Oh, here we go. Kenny Sebastian. So you'll be able to understand this one probably. And this one's from Trinity A on YouTube.
Being in America was kind of like weird because there's this weird thing I experienced called customer service. Okay? So where like you go to any place and they care about you. I'm a big fan of you. I'm like, yo, power mode on.
That's
Aw,
pretty fun.
I'm so glad he had a good
Experience.
minus the black coffee. Oh, poor guy. Because really, honestly, like you go into Cafe Coffee Day, you can't order a black coffee if you want one.
Right.
So
yeah.
like you go to any coffee shop in America and you order coffee, they're just gonna give it to you straight up black.
Right. Of course, Starbucks
then
gets in the
you-
habit of asking room for cream, but
Yeah, but no.
But yeah, that was good. Kenny Sebastian's killing it. I feel like I've met him personally. I feel like we bumped into each other at YouTube Fan Fest or something like that. But yeah, I knew him kind of before he got
I
big.
would go back and watch his stuff. It's also helpful that it's in English.
Yeah, he actually got that. He's the one that did the interview with Chris Pratt when Guardians 2 was coming out. All right, well, this has been our first attempt at doing the video links thing. I've got this India Connection links archive stickied in the India Connection subreddit. And some of these aren't all video links. Some of them will be posts and stuff that we can kind of react to and maybe have a conversation about. There was one other thing I did want to mention here before we move on. This one's not a video. Vedic Philosophies by Ashok R. 1504. Hey Ford, would love to do a full season on Vedic philosophies with you, though I am no expert. Would love to share whatever I know and learn from you. Would love to know how you would like to do it on YouTube Live or something. And then Hemant Pundit asks, which schools of thought, what questions? And he says, I'm closest to the Advaita philosophy, the most fundamental of the 4 Mahavakyas. Aham Brahmasmi is what defines my approach towards the understanding of Vedic philosophy. And he gives some explanation of that. So I went and dug in my attic and I got these 4 books. So I'll start revisiting these. We got The Religion of the Veda, which this is by Sridhar B. Shroti, translated. This is not the Vedas themselves, but this is, some writing about them. I think I picked that up in Varanasi. Upanishads, and got the Ramayana translation, the Penguin, reductions, not the whole thing, and the Brahma Sutras. So these are some things I'll start diving back into. If you have other suggestions, do let me know, videos or otherwise. And we will be getting to all these links as time goes by, or at least I will, in case they're some of them that
just-
Melissa's not interested in.
Yeah.
So the philosophy stuff, the religion stuff, I'm more interested in that kind of stuff. politics stuff I'm more interested in.
Pretty much if it's controversial and people hold strong opinions about it, I avoid it.
And she does that here too. So this is no slight against India. This is just, yeah, she.
This is my MO.
She just has to put up with hearing me talk about it so much that I think she just like whatever. So I started reading Upanishads again. It's been a long time since I've really dived in. Oh shoot, I didn't even have my mic over. Sorry. So this is the intro, and see again, I don't really know what to make of that. If it's the Isha Upanishad. I can't really tell if this is just a gloss, like a summary of what this one is going to be talking about. Thought this was kind of interesting. Life in the world and life in the spirit are not incompatible. Work or action is not contrary to knowledge of God, but indeed, if performed without attachment, is a means to it. On the other hand, renunciation is renunciation of the ego, of selfishness. I think that's a pretty good way to translate it to a Westerner, because when we hear renunciation, and so many Westerners interpret it this way, and I know it's deeper than this, but that it's a renunciation of existence. Like it's saying that basically unconsciousness is the only way to go, that all of this is an illusion, and the problem when that's taken too far, then nothing really exists, And so I really do like that work is worship kind of idea. Some people have mentioned that in the comments. That kind of gets at it here, that life in the world and life in the spirit are not incompatible. Work or action is not contrary to knowledge of God. It's very easy for people who are spiritual, religious, whatever their religious background, to kind of throw everything into faith, this and live up in their head or live in their soul and not really let that affect their life. And so they even have this one verse. They said this was really hard to translate. And so again, I think a lot of it's lost in translation, but the way that this was put, I thought was really good. To darkness are they doomed who worship only the body, and to greater darkness they who worship only the spirit. Just that moderation idea. You think it's all about the body, then you turn into an animal. If you think it's all about the spirit, that can even be worse. That's a pretty bold statement, especially from a religious perspective. One of the pitfalls for religion is it's all spirit, it's all faith, it's all belief, it's all theology, it's all philosophy, it's all prayer, it's all meditation. And so, I think that's pretty interesting. So if there's any of the Upanishads that you would like to share, do let me know. I'm trying to dig back into different stuff. For those of you who are agnostic or atheist, and this just isn't your thing, feel free to share people who've influenced you philosophically, or throw some Dawkins or Hitchens out there. I'd be happy to look into that stuff too. There's a lot of what Hitchens said I really resonated with. Anyway, those are some India Connection thoughts from my reading this week. Okay, so here's some of the stuff that has been shared that I found on social media, India related. Some flashbacks here. So Sumit posted a few of these dub smashes. So here's one here. Fun times.
I know. Good memories. Good memories.
Next up, I've got some art from Ayan Nag. I met him in Delhi, so I actually bought one of his paint. Oh, do I have it right here?
We haven't framed it yet, but it's made it.
It made it all the way back.
It's made it, and it has sat around waiting to be framed.
I really like this. It reminds me of some sort of Star Wars-y sort of, futuristic or long time ago in a galaxy far, far away sort of situation. Yeah, it's just great.
I'm thinking like Armageddon or something.
Post-apocalyptic, that could work too.
Right, but this has that feel.
So yeah, I just really like his. I mean, I feel like he could be doing concept art for movies. I mean, that's kind of what he goes for. So I'll put a link to him, and here's one of his most recent works. But yeah, he's the man, the legend. So yeah, that was pretty fun coming across that today. So this one's kind of a surprise.
Okay.
Remember Divi Says What?
Yes, a little bit. Good job.
She got her silver play button. She probably hadn't gotten it yet, but she's crossed 100,000 subs.
Wow.
And when I met her, I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, let's just do a little compare and contrast. 2016, the beginning of 2016, I had 31,000. Divi Says What was down at 3,000. When I met her, I want to say that she was like a couple hundred.
She has done it in 50 uploads.
In 50 uploads, and it all
700, almost 800 uploads.
Yeah, and so it happened this year. She was at 37,000, then she hit a giant spike And I mean, it must have been one video. Let's see what video that was. That was back in August. So let's see which video it was.
Not that long ago.
5.2 million views.
Whoa.
Holy crap. Dude, that is like international level. That's like freaking Superwoman level. 5.2 million views on a video 3 months ago. Hey, it's easy to understand our Hindi.
Yeah.
5 million views.
Wow.
Wow. Well,
That's
congratulations.
Crazy. She like
Rocket on past me.
rocketed. She.
All right. Next up, there is a video game that is being kickstarted right now. It is called Raji, an Ancient Epic, an action-adventure game set in ancient India. It has really good music. So this is just the demo, but so that's kind of cool. So VJ was sharing this. So cool. Yeah, check that out if you're a gamer. Raji, an Ancient Epic, is in the process of being funded. It's got 19 days to go to hit its goal. Video games are expensive to make, so I know it looks like a lot of money, but they're expensive. But this is cool, though. This is from India. Our buddy Mujahid Habib is in a show, Melissa. A Netflix produced show. I haven't watched this. It's coming out December 15th. I haven't watched the trailer yet, so I'm kind of curious to see. He says he's in there. He's competing in this. It's like American Ninja Warriors kind of a thing.
Cool.
Sylvester Stallone and produced it?
Beastmaster.
Sahas.
Nice.
I didn't see him in there.
I know, right? Yeah.
December 15th. All right, so we'll have something else to watch.
It says the Beast is back with New Country. So was Beastmaster a thing just like only American?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe now they're
putting it out.
Well, hey, that's awesome that he
It's
got
cool.
to be on that show.
So he says you'll be able to
Super
see him.
cool.
So that'll be fun.
That'll be fun. We can watch that with the fam.
Right.
Watch it with the kiddos. There's that.
There's that. All right. Well, thanks for watching with us. If you got some links, I've already seen someone has added a new link to the India Connection links archive there in that little Google spreadsheet. That is sticky at the top of the subreddit. We still have 9 more subscribers to go to get to 150. We're at 141. So get to 150.
Close.
We'll get her on, and then we'll.
So
What we really want to do is to have a conversation on the Reddit, so that we're not just. So it's not just one way, and not just like attached to the YouTube channel. It'd be cool if it's actually kind of its own organic thing where we can have these kind of conversations. Then we'll get in there a little more as time goes on. So thank you for watching. Until next time.
I don't know. We just always say our same thing. Keep it
Until-
creative.
Until next time.
Keep it creative.
Keep it cross-cultural.
Keep it constructive.
All right. We'll see you next time. See you Friday with a frant, the Ford rant. I've got like 3 questions that went way too long, so you get to hear me rant about a couple of things. So
No Mel in those.
no, yeah, well, she'll be there, but she'll just be like staring off into space. So, yeah. But it's some stuff I thought was kind of interesting. Most of them aren't really rants as much as, me just talking too long about deep stuff. All right. Thank you.